Jeffrey Bell is here. He's a former advisor to President Ronald Reagan, the author of this book, The Case for Polarized Politics, Why America Needs Social Conservatism. Jeff, it's not all about the economy. You believe Republicans need to go back to social issues?
Particularly if the economy gets somewhat better, the way it's been doing recently, then social issues are going to be unavoidable. They'll come into the race.
When did they first come into the Republican Party?
I would say in the late 60s. It was kind of in reaction to the Democrats, the liberals' cultural and sexual revolution that got underway in the turmoil of the 60s.
But it really took root, you think, in the 80s and 90s. Why?
That's when it really realigned the Republican Party. Evangelicals came over from Carter to Reagan between 76 and 84. There was like a huge shift. Catholics also trended toward the Republicans.
You know, you are swimming a little bit against the mainstream now, because a lot of people think Republicans got themselves in trouble by talking about social issues and deflecting attention from the economy and Obamacare and things like that.
Well, it does depend how you phrase it, but ask Senator Scott Brown if he thinks they've backfired. He came out against the HHS mandate. His opponent, his Democratic opponent, Elizabeth Warren, took the other position, and he went up in the polls. He took a slight lead after the race had been tied.
So you believe the Democratic Party really is trying to push forward the sexual revolution from the 60s in today in some way, shape, or form?
It's really been in the left's DNA since the late 18th century, when the word the left was first used.
And when you look currently at the social issues you think and recommend come forward, what are they? Abortion,
same-sex marriage. There's an enormous push in the Democratic Party and governors, legislatures, judges to impose same-sex marriage, even on states that don't want it. And that could be a big issue in this election.
Tell me how the candidates are handling this in terms of social issues. What candidate has really stood out? Rick Santorum, for example.
Well, I think he stood out, but also Romney has taken a much more socially conservative position than would have been expected from his background. So I think this field is notable for being more socially conservative than the 2008 field.
And you also, Jeff, conclude that the only way President Obama can benefit is if Republicans don't bring these social issues front and center.
If they shy away from it, if their body language is, I don't like talking about this, that's the biggest danger.
Okay, Jeff Bell, congratulations on the book, The Case for Polarized Politics. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Brian.
All right, good.